Welcome back to the Kellogg's Nutrigrain Ironman Series preview show. Well, in the last few years, while Shannon Eckstein has been racking up titles, there's one man who's been going quietly about his business. He was second last year, third the year before, and this year he wants to take that #1 spot. His name is Hugh Doherty.
Last year, I got second in the series, and to be honest, I don't think, it might sound a bit arrogant, I don't think I got the credit I deserve. We were missing one or two guys, like, Zane Holmes wasn't there, which, I guess maybe that could be a reason why I didn't get the credit for coming second, but sort of in a way it made me hungrier to go out this season and perform again. I want to go out and sort of prove to everyone that it wasn't a fluke. I got third 2 years ago, and then to get second last year, one better would be nice. Shannon's #1, obviously. He's won last year, and I'd love to go out there this year and really take it to him. First, I'd love to win a race before I win the series, because I haven't done that yet. I think I got 4 seconds last year or something. But I guess that's the main thing. You've got to win a race, and you go on to that, build off that, and hopefully go on to win the series. The attitude I went into last season seemed to work, and going to that last round at Cronulla sort of made me think, you probably do this. I think I'm capable of winning the series, and I'd love to do it, but I've got a lot of work to do, I think. But I do think it's something as much as you don't want to brag about yourself, I think it's something I could achieve.
Well, will this be Hugh Doherty's year? Some new formats involved this year. Experience will come to the fore, and maybe it's the year of a couple of the old dogs.
I'm just really excited to still be around and get a chance to see the sport on its way back up.
There's a new series starting, there's all these new formats, there's all these new young kids coming in, the sport's about to evolve again. Let's jump on board, let's do it, but rather than just run around at the back and have a good time and travel the country, let's get in and try and be a presence on this thing.
I'm here to race. I've seen it all before. And my experience will help me a hell of a lot.
As far as what I want to achieve this year in the series, I definitely want to win the race. I definitely want to be in contention coming into those last 2 rounds as a series victor.
I remember when I came onto the scene at 15 years old, Reese was running around and so was Wes. And it's just great to be able to see him still there and still competing and still pushing for those top places. And I think it's important to see the depth of those older guys still around and still mixing it with the best today.
The sheer fact that I love it so much is what drives me and my will to do well this year. I really think I can grind some of these guys into the sand over these longer ones, and that's how the longer it goes, the stronger I get.
The old saying is you're long time retired, and I've only got a couple of years left. So this year I feel so good. I really, really want to make this the opportunity where I put my foot back down and show everyone how good of an Ironman I am.
Well, Leeches, you keep telling me experience is a wonderful thing, but I'm all about the young blokes, and we've got some wonderful young competitors this year. A man with his own fan club on the beach, Ali Day, kicks it off.
Probably the biggest fan club out of all the guys going around. Ali Day had a great year last year. He qualified as a young kid. Kid's got a big personality, and he knows what it's like to be in the mix. So I'm looking forward to him.
Pierce Leonard coming back from a pretty nasty back injury. Do you expect him to figure?
Look, he's 2 times Australian Ironman champion and the current champion. Knows what it's like to win. Has beaten all those boys before. He's great over the short course. Let's find out how he goes over the long stuff.
Corey Jones, one of my personal favourites.
Corey Jones, the Seagull. Yes, he's a good lad, and he's loved up this way in Queensland. Look, he's been around the fringes. He's a bit like Hugh Doherty, I think, where it's only going to be one more step and he could take a win.
Matt Poole, he's also another one to keep an eye out for, I would have thought.
Really impressive in the trial. He probably looked the fittest out of all the boys, and he dominated through the trial and really showed that I think he had something left. He's won a race before. He's beaten Shannon Eckstein on the big stage, and if you're going to put any money on anyone in those longer type races, he'd be one you would.
Guy, what about one of the young guns, a fella from the Sunshine Coast, 17-year-old Mitch Miller? Can he make a bit of an impact this year?
Look, I don't think he can win this year. The field's just too strong. It's the best in the world that we've got lined up. But in saying that, it's a year of experience for the kid. 17 to get into the series of 20 of the best is phenomenal. And just remember, he's got Darren Mercer as his coach. He's got Grant Kenny as his mentor, so he's doing pretty good.
As you mentioned, world best field, phenomenal athletes, so these blokes can just pop out of the pack all over the shop.
We had today the US Ironman champion fly in from the States. We've got the New Zealand Ironman champion coming into the series, so it's not just the Aussie boys going around, it's the overseas boys as well.
Plenty more still to come here. Leachy is on fire. After the break, they'll be having a look at some great locations and some wonderful new formats.